you've been in AEW 5 years now. When you got there, it felt like, Tony, Cody, they really wanted to have, an old school name that meant something.
Yeah.
How important in your mind was Cody to the beginning of AEW?
Big time. Cody Rhodes was big, important. He flew with a camera crew to Oklahoma from Atlanta, and to sit down and talk to me, and get some footage because I was coming aboard. But he made all that work. He made all that happen. So he was really big in my arrival there and my and working in that respect. I have a great respect for him. I'm so happy he's doing well as the guy. And make no mistake about it, he's the guy in WWE. And I'm happy for him. He deserves it. His daddy would be so proud.
You mentioned last night that your favorite match you've called in AEW was Cody and Dustin, right? From the first Double or Nothing.
Yeah, that's it. That match had everything. It had a personal issue. It was physical. It wasn't done by okay, you do this and I'll do that, then I'll lay down over here. It was just art. Just art. And I was lucky that I got to call it. That was right down my wheelhouse. That's what I did is the old saying, that's what I did to make myself famous, as they say. That was the match I needed. I needed those kind of matches. And I sold it, and I put them over, and they had double juice, and it was gritty and a little bit of gore. Is anybody in this room, did anybody here in this room see it live? See it happen as it was ongoing? You did? Were you mesmerized as I was? It was amazing, wasn't it? So it was quite the thing. And now, of course, it's on YouTube and wherever else you get your matches, your classic matches. I would encourage anybody here in the next few days, if you have time and are of the same mindset, to go home and watch that match and look at how they told the story. And you got to also remember that Dustin was on his way out. He was not a star heel or whatever. I'm a heel. So, Corny, God bless him. Corny and I did a show for Kenny. What was that? How long ago was that, Kenny?
9 years ago.
Was it really? That's amazing. I'm amazed that the two of us are still alive. Huh?
I have tried. Jim Cornette does not want to get on a plane.
He don't like to fly.
That's the problem.
No.
A boat? Are you paying for it? I did want to ask you, you talk about the Cody match, how important Cody was at the start. Were you surprised that he left AEW?
No, because he had opportunity waiting on him in WWE land. And he could grow to his full potential by being in WWE. He kind of got as far as he's going to get with AEW. In my opinion, and I'm not knocking AEW. They pay me well, and I enjoy my time there. They're good people, and I get my money.
I wanted to ask you about, because AEW have had a lot of milestones. There was the big All-In show in 2023 in Wembley Stadium with like 80,000 people there, and it was a great show, but then the big talking point coming out of it was the fight backstage with Jack Perry and CM Punk. That was what people ended up talking about. How difficult was that for you that, you're there, there's this big show, big success?
Yeah, I was out front. I was out going to do my match or two, whatever it was. when that all went down. It was embarrassing. I don't give a shit who's right and who's wrong. It's not the place or the time to do that. Hold your angst and let it go. So, and Phil Brooks is a great friend of mine. We still communicate semi-regularly. Good dude. But he was wrong that day by continuing to stand there and push the buttons. Because I got to believe that Jack Perry was scared. Now, he wouldn't say that. He wouldn't admit that because that's not macho. But, come on.
Did you know when you were watching that happen that day, were you like, oh, this is what people are going to be talking
I didn't
about?
see. I missed it. I was going out as they were going down. And somebody informed me during the last match or during that time that, boy, you missed this backstage. And I'm thinking, I didn't miss anything. That's embarrassing. Are you kidding me? It just couldn't wait, could it? It's such a hot, boiling over cauldron of some train yard. It's just a terrible thing. It was bullshit.
If you had been the head of talent relations in AEW, because the whole thing, obviously Jack Perry on TV said "Cry Me a River" because it was the whole reference to using glass and stuff in the match, and that set off the fight that day.
Yeah.
If you'd been the head of talent relations, is that something where you kind of go, you're not doing that on TV? You're not making those kind of references?
Yeah, you don't muddy the water. We ain't doing this. Now, do you have any issues about why or what I'm saying? The bottom line is we are not doing this. And if you insist on doing this, we're going to terminate our agreement. You got no job. Now, which is more important to you? Being a macho little tough guy? Or just being a team player? Didn't need that. Phil didn't need it. Jack Perry, who's one of my favorite guys, I was one of the first guy to call him, stop calling him Jungle Boy. What you going to be when you're 40? Jungle Man? And he's a great kid. He's a tough little bastard. He's fearless. But take your game and go home and let's not do this anymore. We're not doing this. And nobody's a bigger fan of CM Punk than me. It's just, egos and bravado and fortunateness without question.